Welcome, everyone, to VR Jungle, a Havoc podcast. I am your host, Garreltsy, all the way over to, I don't even know where it's facing on the screen, my right or left, but you know who it is. It's Kuss. He's also a part of Havoc as well. And then today's guest is his third time on, and I have in the description for all those videos. So if you really enjoy everything he's got, if you don't know, he is the CEO of Combat Waffles. He's also the main person who brought, in my opinion, one of the greatest leagues to VR right now, really doing a good job for VREL. And then he also is the reason why he's here today is to talk about Ghost of Tabor, which is going to be coming out Q1 of 2023. So how you doing today, Mr. Scott?
Rockin', dude. How are you?
Great. How was your Thanksgiving?
I ate lunch and then I worked.
Yes.
You said you ate lunch and just worked, huh?
Just work, man.
Busy.
That's I think I still live that military life. I've been out since 2012, but like you don't lose that drive and like that I'm gonna go eat the chow hall and then I'm going to work kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I bring a lot of that to my company, and I don't know if that's good or bad for my employees, but I do bring a lot of that to the company.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I reluctantly got the day off.
I was about to say, how was your food, Kuss?
I went to my dad's for the first time. I really, chowed down. I ate within like 10 minutes. Great. I ended up fixing my car the whole time. That was literally my Thanksgiving. And then watched a little bit of the Macy's parade.
Oh yeah, all I care about is for Thanksgiving is one, eating food because I'm a very fat person. I love food. This is the time of year where I just kind of, I'm on this thing called like a 4-year bulk where like when people ask me like, don't you still bodybuild? I'm like, yeah, I'm just bulking right now. It's my excuse. And then I watched the Cowboys game. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I watched them play with a surprising win this Thursday. But other than that, the biggest thing that I want to talk about today is obviously Ghost of Tabor because that's why you're here. But we did all the technical stuff in the last podcast, so if you really want to dive down deeper than what we probably will talk about today, go ahead and head over to that podcast. But how is it going right now? I know Alpha, I got to test out finally for the first time last week for Quest.
Before we get into this,
yeah, okay,
I want to get into something.
Let's do it.
You care if I just take the mic and just sort of riff
Go ahead, sir.
for a minute?
Are you?
It's unfiltered. It's just me. You'll understand.
Yep.
So there's been a lot of shit that's been taking place in the background, and I'm fucking over it. Like, I'm just over it.
Mm-hmm.
First, I want to put it out there that Combat Waffle, I'm going to read this statement because it's better that I read it
Okay.
versus that I just say stuff. Your co-host knows what it means because I'll just go into a fucking military rant and I'll start knife handing the screen. You don't want that from me.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh, God.
Combat Waffle Studios does not have any crypto, NFT, or DeFi in our game. Period. We do not. We have and always will obey the rules of Steam and the rules that they have put in place on their platform. To further this, the rumor that our game harbors a relation to a decentralized finance in any capacity within the physical game is also untrue. These rumors were born from people who view themselves as our direct competitor within the VR space itself. It's actually much simpler. Earlier this year, Combat Waffle Studios, my company, received an investment from Phoenix Community Capital, a crypto company, in order for us to raise initial funding to create games such as Ghost of Tabor. Not only are we not associated with them anymore and haven't been for months, they also own 0 shares within our company and haven't for months. We're a veteran-owned game studio. I fought for my country. I served overseas. He knows what I'm talking about. I had to figure out which way it was.
Yeah.
I'm also a lifelong gamer, and everybody that's on the team is a lifelong gamer. And we don't sell out to people, period.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you have. I don't need it. And it just doesn't go that deep. I'm trying to think of how I want to word this next part. The people that are starting these rumors and sending over literal death threats to me and staff in my Discord, get your community under control. Stop spreading the rumors that you're spreading because you and everyone else in your team knows it's absolute bullshit. We are not to blame for the bad reviews that you've gotten on Steam or the review bombing that's happened. You have digitally castrated yourselves, and you don't need our help to do it. We'll keep working on a game that actually shakes up the VR industry. And I'll see all of you in Tabor in 2023. Thank you.
Yeah, so I saw the statement of that happening, all that drive from the weekend and stuff. And with that, do you think that there are certain games out there that just people always say VR is small? You know, like VR is small. And we're supposed to be bringing each other up because when it comes to certain things that
No,
are
we're not.
happening in this community, I know, but we're not doing it. That's what I'm saying. People are saying this is a family, and it's like, you know, I got slack for a couple times myself to where I will call certain communities out where it's just like, especially like for instance, like Population 1, like. It used to be a great community, and then it sold out. And then it's like, what the hell just happened, you know? And so I just think a lot of times that with us being so small, people need to understand. It's like if you just are going to be blatantly like going against other people, you're not destroying the person that you're going against. You're destroying the community that you're trying to build yourself, you know?
I would think, yeah, I would agree. I mean, a lot of it has to do with, you know, interpersonal capabilities. You're losing that interpersonal capabilities if you're literally just going to go after people. And unfortunately, you're not helping anybody, not even yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to create a toxic community, which doesn't want new players, honestly.
Yeah. So go ahead. You got anything else to put on that,
I think I
Scott?
see the biggest problem here is when it comes from developer to developer. Like there are games that from other studios I am genuinely excited about. There are games that I could care less about.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's my job, not my job as a CEO of my own independent company within the VR space to prop everyone else up around me and to help lift them up. The job is to do what's best for my game, my studio, my employees, my family. Right? That's my goals.
Yeah.
So I don't care what other studios do. I don't care what they spend their time on. Just stop spending it thinking about me and make your game better, because right now it's not better.
Mm-hmm.
It's not better for the time that you spent. The years that you spent making this game, come on.
Yeah.
I've played it. Come on. Focus on that. Stop focusing on a studio like mine with a game that is mine when we're not even a direct competitor. We're not even in the same fucking genre of game. Be a fucking man and just do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And when something doesn't take place as a CEO, I've owned multiple companies since I was 16. You might have had this talk, right?
Yeah.
Prior military, prior law enforcement. And I can tell you as a CEO, when something doesn't go right, the buck stops at your goddamn door and nobody else's. No one else is to blame. At the end of the day, it's your fault. Period. It doesn't matter if Joe Schmo over in the server department forgot to boot up a machine or left a wire unplugged. That's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's your fault for him because of the leadership that you put in place between that person and you failed as a leader that day. Period. Stop blaming other people for your mistakes and your fuck ups. Own them.
Not even that. Like, concentrate on yourself. As soon as you concentrate on yourself, like talking as like personal to person, if you're worried about somebody else, you're probably, you know, lackadaisical. You're not actually doing your job.
Exactly.
But if you sit down, hey, I go to work. For me, at least, I go to work. I put on my vest. I put on my belt. And I get gunned up and I do my job. I don't care about anybody else. I'm not like all that drama stuff. No, I'm out.
No, I go
to work. I work and I go home. I don't care about anybody else.
7:30 a.m. My team starts at 9, and I'm in every single meeting all day long. Even if I have to drive somewhere to another meeting with an investment company, I'm in Discord on my phone with my team having those meetings all day long. My daughter is tugging in my arm to come inside and play with her or eat lunch with the family. I'm in meetings. Even if I'm not needed, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
I know everything that happens in my company, and every one of my employees tells me what's going on in their life. And that's just what it takes to be a boss and a leader and somebody that you can actually hope that's going to continue to have a job in a company in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Lead by example. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. So
if you don't learn anything else from the military, you lead from the fucking front.
Lead from the front. Oh God, toxic leadership. My favorite. Hey, go do this.
Yeah, they're sitting in the smoke pit.
Sorry. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
100%.
You think you would get this type of backlash? I don't know if it's even backlash because it's not. It's just someone just blatantly coming at you. It's drama. Yeah.
It's just drama.
Do you think that this would happen if it was Pancake Gaming? Do you think it's just because VR, because we have these people that are considered, they make YouTube videos and they have this huge opinion. They persuade it
because they have high followers, volume.
They just were part of
cool.
VR since the very beginning. But then if you see them, like a lot of the times, I'm not going to name names because I get in trouble doing that sometimes. But a lot of them, they push direction, especially when it comes to, like, if VR and Meta makes one bad move, their next video that's going out to the masses that they have is VR sucks. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I think that, like, especially when it comes to, like, Ghosts of the Tabor or, you know, like, Breachers that came out, and then you got
Breachers is
Population
going to be
1.
so awesome, dude.
I can't play it.
So
He's
freaking
talking to me
so
about
much.
it, and I couldn't play
That
it.
and Geronimo. Oh, I'm so pumped for both those games. Geronimo, yeah. Ready or Not, the Ready or Not VR version.
Okay.
And I'm so pumped. So pumped from Dark Matter.
Yeah, but the
Triangle
thing...
Studio with Breachers. God, 2023 is going to be exciting as fuck.
Oh,
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited for this, especially for that game. That, like, they already made a game. Their what is it? Triangle Factory is their studio name.
Hyperdash, man, it was
made
huge.
it alpha. They made it pretty open alpha, and they're just like, it's gonna be on Quest 1, which I also want to get on your opinion. I want to get on your opinion on that as well.
On what? You cut out.
Oh, I cut out. So I said they did all this on Quest 1. It wasn't on
What, Hyperdash?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Breachers. It wasn't on.
It's on Quest 2.
PC VR. That's what I'm saying. And I want to get your opinion on that as well, because there's certain games that say they're better than the other. If they decide to go Quest, so they can focus on making a better game because they're truly only PC VR. And I want to get your opinion on that as well.
I think they're idiots.
Yeah. So
console, the console, like, what is it? Exclusiveness shouldn't be a thing for VR.
I don't think any company that makes a decision to be PC VR only should be taken serious as a company. And I'm not targeting anybody specific, and I already know what's going on in your minds, but I'm not targeting this company.
Oh, no. Honestly, in general,
I think it's one of the dumbest business decisions you could ever make, considering 70% of the market is on standalone Quest 2.
Yeah, that's honestly,
and I've said it. I think I've said it multiple times on your show in the last two podcasts, and I've said it in AMAs, everything. You're cutting your throat in front of the crowd, and you're not going to make it 6 months. Be lucky to make it a year.
Like PS and Xbox, they were at each other's throats the entire time.
Yeah,
and they were the communities just started fighting, and there was you missed out on content. I literally had to buy a PS5 to play one game because I love it. Yeah, it's my favorite game, and I was like, are you kidding me? Same thing with Nintendo. Nintendo's diehard. They'll never. No,
Nintendo's Nintendo, man. But I really feel like when the VR is so small and we're in such an infancy and malleable state, it's a lot like when I started playing PC gaming back in '99 when I was playing CS and AVP Gold and stuff. Like, it's so young, and there's still so much shaping to do. And every studio and every streamer and every podcast and anybody in it right now is literally molding our footer around our house, right? It's our entire slab we're gonna live on for the rest of existence. So when you see this kind of stuff happening in the VR community, one way or another, it's just disgusting. Yeah, and with the drama and
look at the backlash from
I'm a
VR
better
chat.
I'm gonna push other studios down because they're on Quest and not PC only.
Yeah.
Why? Because they want to try to make a go at it, not just be a one-off game and be a studio and actually for years provide content to people that love what they do. No, that's just a smart business decision. That's all that is. And you don't have to go Quest if you don't want to. And most of the time people do PC VR only because they have no fucking idea how hard it is to optimize for Quest.
Yeah.
Like zero idea. Like we're still optimizing to this day for Missile Silo, and Quest has been playing it for a week or more, and PC VR has been playing it for what, like a month now?
Yeah.
And we're still on Sunday and Saturday we were still optimizing to release for the online to get more frames per second before even using application Space Warp, which basically fakes your frames, but it gives Quest 72 frames a second. It's from Meta, but like we were still trying to get up to at least a minimum of 72 on our own while retaining the quality of the game. And it can be done. Red Matter Studios showed us it can be done. That game showed it.
Yeah. It's
a little harder in multiplayer, but you can get pretty goddamn close. And I think they've done it based off the videos that people have seen and we put out there.
Since I play on the Index, I would say that you guys did really good with the optimization so far. Like, I run very well. I mean, I'm on my shitbox computer now because my other one exploded. Yeah. But Still though, on my ship box, it still runs great.
And we've got some great devs. So Ronaldo's our lead dev. He's from Surreal, and I think I've talked about him before. So Surreal is a company that is an XR, AR, VR, XR.
Yeah.
And they do all of the work when it comes to that end for Epic Games.
Okay,
They
cool.
work a lot with Epic Labs Detroit. So Ronaldo is actually lead developer over there, and we brought him over to Combat Waffle. We hired him away. Then our lead artist, who's doing all that optimization that people are really enjoying, is Heavy David. He's also from Surreal, from Epic, and he was one of their lead artists over there. And then our newest map maker, yeah, he's great. Ethan's great, which is one of our junior devs. He's a part timer. He's our lighting artist as well. He's actually still in school for this very reason. He's just wise beyond his years. And then Elijah, one of our junior devs, the dude's insane. Never went to school for it, just knows it, and is really good at it. Great programmer and getting better every day. But really, and then our new map maker, Seb, he's also from Epic Games, and he's been working. Him and Heavy, the lead artists, have been working on VR games since Quest 1.
Awesome.
So they know how to crank it in, man.
Yeah.
And they're working every single day, and everybody's remote. They're in Spain and Romania, and they're just cranking it in. And I think if you have the budget, which we did, you can go out and you can hire guys that can do these things. It's possible. You just got to have some patience, and especially when you're a big studio, like you should be able to hire anybody to optimize for Quest. Anybody.
Yeah, and that's why I was bringing up is definitely like the game Breachers is that you
love it.
I just played that game alpha, and I walked in. I'm just like, to me as a Quest user, I'm like, why you guys could release this right now and make a shit ton of money? You can make so much money, and it's like, and I asked them, I do my podcast, I do my research, and I message the person. I go, hey, you want to come on my podcast and talk about this and get people playing your game? And they're just like, not to release. And I go, when's that? And they're just like, not till next year. I'm just like, damn. I go, this game needs to be out.
Yeah, no, they're not really in an alpha, I don't believe. Like if I play I play their game a lot of hours so far, and I feel like it's a very late beta. Yep. Really, as much work as they've done, and especially for VR, because I have that argument every day with staff, and we talk about it. People are like, "Yo, why don't you just release it?" What we've seen, it's already what most VR games. What you've got is already what most VR games are when they fully release.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I want to break from that trend, and I love it that Breachers is doing the same thing, and
I
love
extra polish it. Yeah.
Yes, and I love that Geronimo made that announcement, even though I hate it got delayed. They said we want to further expand the mechanics and polish what we have. And I think it's a great idea. I think if more studios would take the time and do that, the VR market would be giant.
Oh yeah.
Because I can't count how many games I've downloaded and I can't play.
Exactly.
On a Quest.
Exactly. And that's why I want to kind of relate it to like your game, because like I said, I got to finally get into your game as well and downloaded it. And it's just like, obviously there's a lot of things that we couldn't do just because there's still things tweaked about it. But what I got to see, I'm just like, as long as they get connected to the multiplayer, how you want it to be, like my experience alone by myself was fun. Just going down to like I told you, I texted you after I got done playing. I go, dude, I got scared so bad I threw my gun. The guy came out of nowhere. I threw my gun. I'm just like,
Phoenix are crazy, man.
I'm like, that's not how war goes. You don't throw your gun.
So every one of those guys killing you, those were all guys I know in real life from the Czech Republic. My wife's family friends. My wife's from the Czech Republic, and they're all in a metal band. And we got them to do all of our voiceover work in the native language. So,
you got a bunch of
that is awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so Tabor is actually a city in the Czech Republic.
Oh,
okay.
But we just took that, and it's actually known for like their greatest military strategist and war hero that's ever existed in Czechoslovakia back to those days. So we actually took Tabor, made it a country, and that's where we got it.
It's okay.
So
that's really cool.
Everything's the currencies, the koruna, the Tabor koruna. So you have the Czech koruna. Everything is based off that. Yeah, the languages, everything. Yeah. We're even using Trezor, their little crypto wallet, like in game, where you can find like some Tabor koruna. You'll be able to find it, and we're using the Trezor crypto wallet in real life is made in the Czech Republic. Like we're all in, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, and also the one thing that a lot of people that don't know, well, first of all, people are talking about, as we talk about this, everything's in the link in the description. You want to check them out. You can there is a button as well online if you want to be an early tester as well. You can try and sign up for that. You guys are putting people out there here and there. But also is that I think the most amazing thing a lot of people pass about your game is that it's not made with Unity, that it's being made with Unreal.
No.
And yeah, so a lot of people don't know that. And like you're maybe one of the only that has fully made a game that is compatible on both
Contractors.
Contractors are another one? Okay.
I thought they were Unity.
Pavlov's Unreal. No.
I know Pavlov was.
Contractors is Unreal, yeah.
Yeah. Pavlov's getting their UE5 update, probably. Who knows?
Yeah, so we're right there. We're at the same spot as Pavlov with UE5, but the problem is they're using the Chaos engine for physics, and it's still broken and doesn't work with Unreal Engine.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's the only reason. No, that's the reason you're not seeing people do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the stuff is still not even going to work.
Yeah,
like a lot of everybody's excited about all this. Like it won't work on mobile. Like so, anybody with a Quest. You're not going to get all of these all this stuff.
It's way
just won't work.
Pretty. It's way too pretty for your hardware.
Yeah, it just won't work. Yeah. Maybe the Quest 3. Maybe the Index 2. Like, we'll see.
Yeah. So they said maybe the Quest 3 will come out. Maybe next year sometime. Hopefully they get away from the commercial side of stuff.
Because this thing is a giant piece of shit.
Is it the one?
Was that the one?
That's the Pro.
Oh, the Pro.
Oh, you bought the Pro? Oh no!
He probably,
listen, you're a game studio. You gotta have them.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're not wrong for having it. I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry for you.
And no, you know what?
I got my Index sitting here. My Quest, my Quest 2. My Index is up hanging over there. Like, shit everywhere.
I've owned one of every headset just about too.
YVR's in the mill. We got a Pico. We got a Quest 1.
Have you tried the Pimax?
No, I haven't tried the Pimax. The only thing I don't have is an Arrow. My developer has most of them. We like 50-50, so my lead dev.
What about PSVR? You getting that?
I am. Yeah, I've got that coming.
Did you cry? Is it the 2 that's coming?
That PSVR 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. That machine, that piece of machinery is like the only reason why I still might buy a PS5, even though I
have a PS5. I've had it for a while.
Really?
I love it. I don't get the game as much as I used to. That's the biggest regret of ever starting this studio. Is I used to just get online and just game. And I had boys that I would kick it with that I've known since like I was a kid, and then we would just play games. Console, desktop, it didn't matter. PC, anything flat screen. I mean, we used to spend hours every night where my wife would be like coming out to my office, be like, you coming to fucking bed? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I got just one more, baby.
Come on, babe.
I used to stream. Like I was telling you all before, I used to stream for 9 Line Apparel. Like it's like, that's all I did. And I don't get to do that anymore. And I do miss that a lot. Like I don't even get to play Tabor a lot. Like I'll jump on at the end of the day when all the testers in and I see them in Discord and I'll play like 10 minutes, 20 minutes with them. Like, all right, guys, I got to go to bed. I got to be up early and start working again. Like it sucks.
Dang.
That's the worst part about owning a studio.
Responsibility.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Making sure your guys know that you're there for them. Because I mean, from what I've heard, you're lead from the front. You're always there for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you're not gonna have time to yourself. That's
no.
I just became an NCO. What was it? April, May. So
yeah.
I've done the NCO creed. I understand what it takes to be a leader. I've been in the position of, hey, shitty leadership's fucking me.
Yeah, I was E6P when I got out.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Shit, E5. I remember those days. The Bucks aren't.
I just started first contract.
Did you ever wear corporal rank at all?
No, I got to skip. I was lucky.
I skipped specialist and I was a DA select corporal. I was one of the last people ever in the Army in 2000 and God, I don't even remember now. 2008.
Yeah, it was 8 or 9. I think
8. I think I got my my DA select corporal, Department of the Army select. Yeah, that was
now the Army is like, hey, if you're active duty, you have to be corporal for a year before you get your 5.
Right. And it's unit level only. Like then it left with me. Like when I left Korea and I went to Fort Campbell again, like that went with me.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was so the people that could strip you like. It's like an E7, like Congress has to do it. So it was great, except for all the bullshit details that came with it and not the pay.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I'm so glad I got to skip corporal.
That was the worst part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cool part about like how you have like a lot of ex-military and stuff like that are part of the community as well. Is that you get to show them like, hey, like this isn't just a wing ding shooting go really quickly. It's actually strategy. It's like. When you actually get to sit there and think about what you're doing, because if you die, you lose everything. And
Yeah.
you know, that is real life. That brings the real immersion to VR. And so far what I've saw is like, yeah, you literally do lose your shit. Like I was
You lose
like,
it all, yeah. It's
you
gone
lose
by.
it
You
all.
guys have the best recoil system in VR. I
No
will say that.
way. Thank
No.
you. Elijah, if
best-
you're watching,
The best recoil system in VR right now.
me and that
Honestly,
guy have spent so
you and
many
Hot Dog
weekends.
VR are like, you know, neck and
Yeah,
neck, but I
Hot Dog's
think you
good.
take the cake. Hot dog horseshoes, hand grenades.
Yeah, it's good. I like
Great
that game.
recoil system as well, but yours takes the cake for full auto, switching it to semi. It feels natural.
So every one of the guns in game, I think, except for the newest one, which is the Bison, I've shot or own.
Mhm.
I have 3 gun safes full, and I need another one sitting right there. And
Just get a giant one, man.
yeah, so I've shot just about every one, and Elijah and I spent, I don't know, probably 2 months. We have over 80 guns in the game now. Most of them you haven't even seen yet.
Ooh.
And we've spent like 2 months, 3 months, like on weekends, just headset, stand up, shoot, kneel, shoot, lean side, shoot, like
Testing. Yeah.
just literally me going through drills, reload drills, and just having targets and soft targets and hard targets to shoot and see ricochets and see paper holes. And
Let me ask the question. What was your job type in the military then?
I was with the Ranger Bats.
Oh,
So
That's
I
pretty
spent a lot of time. I was airborne, I was air assault, all that good stuff. Like the only school I didn't do was Pathfinder. I was pretty upset about that. But like
I got
that's what I
deployed to a
lived.
pretty cool place. I got to talk to the SEAL Team 3 guys, and
Whoa.
I know. And then the
That's
Army
dope.
Special Forces. They
Hell yeah.
they taught me a thing or two. So
Some
that was pretty cool.
fucking
I got to
hitting motherfuckers right
I got
there.
to shoot the Scar, the M4 suppressed.
Yeah,
I got to
I
throw
got
a
Scar in my
flashbang.
safe.
Oh, throwing the flashbang is pretty cool. I'll never
Yeah.
do it again, unfortunately, but I like throwing the flashbang.
So are the sounds coming from your guns too?
What do you mean?
No, so we actually have a studio that we work with that does it, that records all the real life sounds for us.
That's cool.
So yeah, we spent a lot of time, man, just getting that right, because at the end of the day, we're a military realistic shooter, and I don't feel like I can claim that title if these guns are not perfect, because everything else in my mind could be fucked up. The guns have to be immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Uzi so far. It's my
You like
favorite
that?
recoil. It is spot on.
Is
Like
the mic? Have you shot the micro? You haven't seen the micro Uzi yet, have you?
no,
Oh
just the
man,
regular
that thing's
Uzi.
fucking crazy.
Wait, is it the
Just-
one
Mac 10?
where the hammer comes down, or the
the Mac
button?
10 does that. The Uzi does that. They're all open bolt guns.
I love the
think
Mac
so.
10 too.
The Mac 10 is pretty dope, but the micro Uzi is just the pistol form,
Mhm.
Well,
straight up in the fucking air. Like you got to be two-handed that son of a bitch to be ready. You hang on, ride the lightning, bud.
like
I love dueling AKs. Even if the
Yeah.
recoil is stupid big, you can literally pretty good, full auto.
I think my favorite gun right now is probably the VSS. The
I didn't get to
Vector.
mess that yet so far.
It's a rare gun, or the devs, because we go in and fuck around a lot, so we need a gun that one taps every time, like the scavs, so we can test things like dead bodies, how many there are, kind of frame loss it's creating, that kind of shit. We have a Sega 12 with a drum mag and buckshot in it. So yeah,
I was happy about the MG42, and you have a Saiga now.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh God.
It's got a 20
Okay.
round drum mag on it. You can put armor piercing buckshot or birdshot in it. So
I want you to put an Easter egg gold eagle in there somewhere. I've
golden
seen
Deagle. We have a golden SKS.
Yo,
It's a golden, fully automatic drum fed SKS.
Where I want
it's
to
a
know.
scav boss gun. It's a boss gun. It's a Phoenix boss gun. So you have to
I'm
kill
excited.
him.
I'm excited.
You have to kill him.
I like so Desert Eagles are my thing. I did a contest and it was my own funded. I spent like $300. I funded a Desert Eagle contest in Pavlov.
Sorry.
And I got to fund like my own tournament. That was pretty fun. 1v1s, Desert Eagles. See who
Desert
could get the
Eagles.
most. Yeah.
those deagles are one hits, man.
Yeah,
If you
they're
headshot
nasty.
with them,
Yeah, they're freaking dangerous. That's the
You can
only
one shot
game.
with that little MK22 from Ruger we got in the game as well if you hit him in the head.
Oof.
It's all realistic. So
Yeah, and I think
Um,
like you can make a game as beautiful as you want, and make it as graphically just like wow, this is amazing. But then if you pick up a gun And like the biggest thing that really bugs me is that when I play competitively and the gun has absolutely no recoil at all, to where you do not have to be a skilled player to go in there and compete.
Or unrealistic recoil. That also bothers me.
Yeah, well, like the AK and freaking Pavlov, that thing. People get mad at
and the M4 too. M4 too.
Yeah, I hate the most. Like Contractors was my game
until they messed up their freaking recoil system.
They put in that pattern-based CS recoil, and I was done with it. I've never played it again.
Same.
Same.
I
just like Pavlov for that. I left Pavlov's competitive scene as well rather recently. And, you know, it was personal reasons, but also as well as, you know, the game's not my kind of game. Like I can't point shoot for anything. No, I can't point shoot for my life of me in VR, and I'm doing nothing different from real life. But the sights don't align as much as, you know, I've done it in real life. I can hit targets like a motherfucker. I'm expert shot. I've shot expert, but it's not, you know, it's not hitting like it should.
No,
be.
I get it.
It's unnatural. It's weird.
Yeah, I get it. I think it's a weight thing, man.
Maybe.
I think that's really what it is.
You all are adding weight to your guns, right?
Yeah, it's all realistic weight.
No.
It comes down.
No, I just use my controllers.
No, gun weight in the game. I'm like,
no, gun weight in the game. Yeah,
I thought you meant like the stocks.
All the weight in the game is based off of kilograms, and every gun has its true real life value.
So does it mess with your draw up then?
There's a little bit of inertia there, not enough for you to really notice it. Not some Walking Dead Saints and Sinners shit.
Oh, that was so bothering me, but I just loved it.
Even the velocities are based off the real true round velocities that come from those guns, feet per second out of the muzzle. So I really do feel like we went deeper than we probably had to, but like my brain wouldn't let me not, and I feel like Elijah and them were the same way.
Yeah, I don't blame
I'm curious. Is a future update? Are you gonna add jams, malfunctions?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for that.
If you don't clean
sports.
There'll be a full sports. There'll be a full an entire gunsmithing update that's going to come out eventually to where you can take off dust covers, all that stuff, take internals out, clean them, change them out.
Yes.
Even adjustable triggers to where you only have to pull your trigger a little bit instead of the full way. So you get a lighter trigger pull. If you can find like a Geasley drop-in 2-pound comp trigger, you can put in your M4.
Fuck the AUGs burst and then full auto all the way down.
Yeah.
Fuck that bull.
That's what we're doing basically. And that isn't it's in a future update. It won't be before March. It'll definitely be after March. But like we're trying to go big or go home. Like it's even amazing. Like we can swap barrels out. Like so our guns are already set up and made that way. It's just a lot to program with trying to get the base game out. So there'll be a lot of updates coming for several years to come. Everyone's been saying, "Oh, we want a Tarkov in VR. We want a Tarkov in VR." But the problem is, you want it right now.
Yeah,
I can get you a game that's similar.
Even
we just need a little time.
Even then, I think it'd be, you know, it's not, you know, Tarkov in VR, but it does pretty well for what you guys have thrown up on the table so far. It is amazing get.
Tarkov wasn't Tarkov, you know, the first release
overnight. Overnight it wasn't anything. No. And you guys, you know, you're a rather recent game. Like you just started.
April.
April.
Tarkov took almost a year.
Tarkov's been.
Right?
I was about to say Tarkov's been a year and a half.
Tarkov's been almost 7 years.
Well, yeah,
I've been playing
since release.
It was almost like DAYZ for a while. That game had no jump, and then, you know, that's where freaking what's his name, that big streamer, freaking Ninja. That's where he got his name from. Is from
Ninja,
and that's back when no one knew about it. And so,
honestly, you guys are doing amazing. Like not even to like, you know, I boast you guys because you're here or whatever. Hey, all homo. You know how it is. Military guys, come on now.
Yeah.
But so really, you guys are doing great for your company. Like so far, you've done more than some of the better VR companies out there right now who are supposedly, you know, giving updates and trying to make their games better.
But you know why? Because they care.
Yeah, you guys actually care. And as a gamer, oh my God, I love it. Like
it's really turned into a passion project for everybody. Like we went through a few devs to start, you know, and you could just tell that their hearts, their minds were there, but their hearts didn't give a shit, right? It's a paycheck.
Yeah,
I feel like literally every person on the team at this point, you know, 9 months into it, some of them only been with us a couple months. The newer guys from Epic, Like everybody's heart is there. Like even our lead map maker, all he did was play Tarkov.
You
So
make
it's
me
like,
want to work for your
"Please
company.
Come
Damn.
here to me.
You make me
like,
want to work for your company. God
dude,
damn.
we have a great time, man. And honestly, I think it's the only place when we're all cutting up and having a good time and joking around. I bury that military mentality, especially downrange mentality, that one of my junior devs could tell me go fuck off, and I'm not going to get offended by it.
You're probably gonna laugh at him.
we usually all just cut up and laugh about it. And we make inappropriate jokes and that kind of thing. And it's just we're a very tight group.
Tight-knit.
Yeah, we're very well bonded already. And I made sure even in the interviews to make them aware that I have no filter. I will never have a filter, and I don't care about their feelings.
No HR.
And if I do say we do have an HR, no, I am the HR.
Yeah.
HR is for nerds.
So basically, I let them know that, and if I ever did offend them, like if I said something was off the cuff, like, hey, let me know, like I'll correct myself, like I'll dress real quick.
That's something that needs to be like everywhere, man. Hey, if you got a problem with me, come tell me. I can't fix it unless you fucking tell me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, 100%. So I don't know, we got a good team, and we got a great studio. We all work remotely. We're all there from fucking 9. It's like more like 8, 7:30.
Yeah.
5.
To usually like 6 or 7, not to 5. Like, and then we work 7 days a week pretty much.
Gotcha.
So it's been a long 9 months.
And you guys on the long little path. You guys are on that last little.
We're on that stretch, man. What we got? We think we've got.
Guys need a security guard. My qualifications are 31 Bravo.
There we go. That's what's up.
You all have like what, 3-4 months?
We have 100 and.
Oh yeah, you can
go
see
the website.
On the website.
122 days right now, man.
Awesome.
That will be here before
that's
you know.
a short time.
I remember when that said like 360 days.
Yeah,
and
so
I was
do
like,
I.
yeah, we got all kinds of time, boys.
And now you're down to the wire almost.
Now I
I
love saying it every morning. Like, hey guys, 121 days today. And one of my guys, Bash, he's like, oh, like he just, he's like,
that's like deployment. Hey, since we deployed, hey, we got 100 and whatever days left. So that makes me that.
Here's the kind of group we are, and I'll tell you, like, so everybody went off. Like, a lot of the juniors are still in college, at college for going, to be game developers, but a lot of them, they took off like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, came back today. Everybody came back. The first question in my mouth was, "How was everyone's Thanksgiving?" And then we get through everybody again because we do a Monday stand up and a Friday sit down.
Yeah.
And in the mornings, and they get to me and Ray, my lead dev, who runs the meetings. Like, hey Scott, you got anything you want to say? I say, hey man, I hope Thanksgiving was great. You got to see your families. It was an amazing time. I hope it refreshed your souls and your bodies and your minds and your hearts. But now your fucking soul belongs to me again. So get to work.
Hell yeah.
It's just one of those things. Like, it's just, and everybody laughed and we had a good time about it.
Yeah.
But there's, it's, we're a different studio for sure.
Camaraderie.
And I love it. I don't think I could ever work anywhere else. Like,
honestly, if your team isn't a family, it's not
100%. Hearing from the guys saying, hey, like, I don't think if this doesn't work, right, and we don't take off, the game doesn't make money. Let's just say it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know if we can work for somebody else. And I'm like, we're gonna make fucking money. You don't have to worry about that. Like, I don't need to make money. Like, I don't want to be rich, and I state that publicly right now to whoever's listening. Clip it, tweet it, whatever. I don't want to be rich. I don't care if we make $1 million, 200,000, or we make 200 million. I just want to make enough money so my guys always have a job.
Yeah,
and that's all I care about.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's a good studio. Like, obviously, it is different, and there will be a lot of people out there. I'm not going to say the type of that people that swing a certain direction, or like when it comes to your views, but a lot of people, they would have a hard time working for you. But luckily,
absolutely, yeah,
you'd have to tell them right off the get go, like, this is my personality. A lot of people enjoy me, and it's just like, if you can't, then there you can go to another lovely VR place that just won't see you, and then what happens is that you're going to go to this VR place, and when their game fails, their CEO is not going to take the blame like you would. You're going to get the blame, and then it's going to go on you. As if you ever try to go to another job, they're going to be like, why'd you fail this game? Because the CEO didn't take the blame. So,
yeah. And it's an unfortunate consequence for, how people act,
Yeah.
It's.
I think the one thing, and we can agree on this, is that with military guys, you always know where you stand.
For the most part, yeah. 95% of the guys that I know who like if they like me or they hate me.
Yeah,
that's great. That's a great.
And I tell most people that, you know, people meet me, I'm like, and they're like, man, you fucking with me so hard. I'm like, dude, if I'm not fucking with you, I don't like you. Good. I'm not making
some people though, yeah,
like trying to get you to eat like century-old duck eggs, like it's like pranks we do. Like, I don't like you.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah,
it's not meant to be. The one thing I do like,
no camel spiders though, please.
Camel spiders. The one thing I do like is that
stand in the shadow, man.
The people that you have, that you bring along, that you have sponsors for, is that you see them in the game as well. So I really like that as well. Like the coffee company with the coffee grinds, that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, you'll see all these guys. SOG is our official knife brand. That knife is carried by every single Special Forces operator in the world. We signed with them, a deal with them to be exclusive knives in the game, besides the sword for Terran Tactical, the John Wick skin pack that's coming out, the mini katana. Nemo will be our AR platforms. We just partnered with One Shot, dude. So we did a big video with that, and that super pumped me up when Anthony, who used to be the lead partnership rep over G Fuel before he left, and he went to One Shot to start this amazing brand. It's like a Starburst, but it's an energy chewable, and I've got a ton of them they sent me, and they're fucking fantastic. And we have our own flavor coming out.
Candy.
toxic limeade's coming out, and you'll be able to scan the inside. It'll be a Ghost of Tabor box. You see it all in the video we put out on Twitter, and then if you scan a QR code, it gives you a custom topographical neon map that is a gun skin for your M4. Yeah, it's cool.
Hell yeah!
So it's pumped to see like Terran Tactical, the guys that made all the guns for John Wick.
Have you guys talked to Black Rifle? Yeah, I was about to say you get that Black Rifle.
Blackout Coffee. Blackout Coffee is the way to go.
They already have.
Yeah. The only cool guy Black Rifle Coffee is Vincent Vargas, aka Rocco. He's the only cool one from Arctic 15 Clothing, which was Arctic 15. Dead air silencers, huge. For me, that's huge. I rock like maybe 5 dead airs in my safe. Like, I love their suppressors. Like, they're great. So
I don't have the classification for that.
yeah. Close soon. When you get civilian, you can get it, right? That's easy. Yeah, man, we've got a lot of partners. Like, I feel like I'm missing somebody. We're talking to an insurance company right now, like a real life, like
an insurance company,
giant company for insurance, to actually be the name brand of the insurance provider in our game for your gear.
That's pretty cool.
Right?
Stop. No way.
Swear,
that's going to be great.
Yeah.
State Farm has insured your rifle.
yeah, right. So a huge company out of Utah.
That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
So we're starting to talk to those guys.
That's
we're
hilarious.
in very early preliminary talks with those guys. And I'm thinking I'm going to fly to Myrtle Beach this month and maybe hopefully sit down with them. And like, we're just doing a lot, man. And then the launch
West
party's
Virginia,
coming.
if you want to hop by.
I like West Virginia.
It's a great place. Tell you what.
Yeah, I love it. I just moved I'm originally from Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So yeah.
Not
and
too
then
far.
we lived in Indiana for a little while, Southern Indiana.
Never been there.
Now we're down in Southwest Florida.
Where's your Kentucky twang?
Yeah, right.
It comes out every now and then, man. I used to own a studio. I don't know if you can see him, but I got Michael Keaton and me here, and like Kane and Goldust from the WWE. Like, I used to be a talent agent and manager. I owned my own company for about 7 years or 6 years.
Because if you don't know, you have the perfect radio voice.
Yeah, right. But I do. My twang can come out if I let it. It's just I gotta let it.
You gotta remember it. You gotta bring it out.
Yeah. So I. It's like my wife. She's from the Czech Republic. She barely has an accent whatsoever, but her English is just fucking immaculate. And I took a lot from her when she trained. She was an adult when she came here.
Yeah.
And most of the time, you don't lose that accent.
No, they said
when
after
you come over, right?
You're not here until
she doesn't, unless she gets pissed at me. She doesn't have an accent.
I got a friend from Bosnia,
only when
the
she's
exact
mad.
same way.
They trained it out of themselves, man. They're
Yeah.
a different breed of people over there.
When he gets mad, he'll have it in him, but otherwise, his Bosnian accent.
I basically just I trained it out of myself, because when I was going to meetings and sitting down in Universal Studio Hollywood, like, and I'm sitting here talking like this, like, who the fuck's gonna listen to me? Right?
Yeah.
Like,
women like the Southern accent. I'm just saying.
Some do.
yeah, they do. Some do. Yeah. So I just trained it out of myself, but it still comes out. And like certain words, especially, like I'll never lose that Kentucky twang that goes with it. But
at least you don't say water. Oh,
water.
God.
I do not say water. I say water. Yeah.
It's worship. I hate
Wash,
that.
yeah.
I will never to this day.
I do say
hate it.
holler.
Holler.
Well, that's
Like
different.
a holler. Like a
That's
holler.
different.
Like
Well, I say
straight
howdy
as the crows flies into the holler.
when I say hi, I say howdy. Well,
Howdy.
that's how we
What
always
up?
do it around here.
What up, doe?
What's up, bro?
So the one thing I wanted to ask you while we were on this podcast is that you all did release early pre-orders, right?
Yeah.
That you can actually get. And the one thing I wanted to ask you is that Quest is kind of not the nicest when it comes to helping people get, early funding to show, especially to show investors like, hey, this is how much money we're going to bring right now. Like, you want to hook us up some more? And I noticed you had a button that can actually get Quest 2 version. So is there a way if I go ahead and pre-order it right now as a Quest 2 user that I would just get like some type of code that I would put in?
We're getting a key code.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting a key
So
code.
it worked
Yeah.
the same way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all we're doing. We're issuing keys manually to all those people. It's an automated system. When we're ready to launch, we preload the keys into our website with the products, like maybe like 1,000 of each product or however many we need for pre-sales.
Mm-hmm.
And we reload those into our website. Our beautiful back-end dev and Fish set all this up. And we load all these keys for the different products in it. And then we hit, we go to all the orders and then we put complete.
Okay.
And when it completes
That's
all
good
the
to
orders, it
know.
manually emails all the keys to you. But we can still pull those keys up if you don't get your email and provide those to you in Discord via a support ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't know, if you want to really help them out, like pre-order sales really helps
Let's
out
pull
people as
Steam
well.
up real
So
quick.
I will most likely, just because I like really just being cool and just getting the biggest bundle. That's what I plan on getting. So
Oh, the Founding Fathers?
yes, yep.
That's a good one, man.
Let's see. Where's
All the future DLC. That's a killer package.
Yeah.
So, and that wasn't even going to happen. That was a last. Oh, it went black. That was a last minute package.
I just opened Steam. Whatever.
What was that?
There was.
I opened Steam. It's just broke it,
So yeah, that's cool. And I didn't know you could do that because a lot of people are just like, all you can do is go to the Quest version, just like put it on a wish list. So that's a lot of people might.
And that's all you can do on Steam as well, right? You just got to go to the
Okay.
website, pre-order it, then we'll drop you keys.
Okay.
When it releases, and right now it's slotted for March 30th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really striving hard. We have that launch party in Orlando
Yeah.
on March 17th, and we're really striving hard to do a launch during that live event.
That'd be cool.
Heck
So-
They had a freaking button right in front of everybody. That'd be
A
cool.
douche.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Cut the red
douche.
tape. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what will everyone be expecting on launch? Because I know there is future things like that one game mode that you're going to have that's going to be like your esports competitive multiplayer one. But what's going to be really expected when it comes to hitting that button?
You'll have a few more maps. Maps are going to take a little while to roll out. We need to make sure they work right. The balancing's good. Right now we have Missile Silo. We're working on Island of Tabor. There's a mall being worked on. That's a big one. That's a huge map. So is Island of Tabor. Like they're huge. You'll have a tutorial map to start with, where you get to learn the game, learn how it functions in a small little area. You discover your safe house. Your consumables will be there. Your healing equipment will be there. Your armor system, your customizable from the ground up armor system. Put your pouches the way you would wear them on your kit in real life. You can do that same thing.
Nice.
Ammo reloader, individual loading of ammos in magazines, unloading them individually. All of that's coming. The full nerds, the healing injector system, hopefully a couple more non-nerds based healing items, like maybe some bandage wraps or a small a small injection of something.
Yeah.
Trying to think, the different calibers are already there.
Yeah.
All the guns will be there. I think I'll release all
See
the
if I can
guns at
fix this.
launch.
All the guns will be
So,
ready at launch.
Yeah.
How many total?
I think right now we're sitting at 78, and we have a bunch more to
Jeez.
add that have
That
to be
is
modeled. So
ridiculous, dude.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
right.
That is so I'm surprised that
On launch, I haven't
yeah,
seen this
yeah.
many.
I'm surprised that people when it comes to this, especially when people can actually pick up the gun, that you're not getting more sponsorships by like Smith and Wesson or 6
There's
Hour.
a big,
But yeah, but then
we
you
talked
can't
to the
do other
guys.
ones, right?
No, that's not the case. It's just a licensing agreement. But the problem you're getting right now with Forge, our public relations company, they take care of all that for us. They're planning our party. They do all our social media, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just gun companies are weird about games, and they feel like games are not the same as movies. They feel like
Gotcha.
games actually cause violence still.
Yeah.
I don't understand
Still?
it, but yeah, there's a cool company
Eh.
called Blacksite, and we're dealing with them too, and they're talking to some people like so I'm not even gonna mention names, but they're talking to some other real gun companies. Just the guns are in the game, it's just putting their name on the slide versus not. Right. So
Yeah. Like Call of Duty does it, they rename them.
yeah, right. And that's a huge
know what they
example right
are.
there. If Activision can't get licensing for a gun in a game, nobody's gonna get it.
It's also cheaper. I mean,
It is
not having to pay the royalties.
But there's also VR games that don't have those licensing agreements, and they just use the guns anyways. Like right, so like Contractors. Contractors does not have a license with Glock to use Glock in their game. Glock will not license with anybody, period, on the planet. Except for Tarkov, because the guy that worked with Tarkov was a former Green Beret and then former Delta operator, and he was their consultant and knew the head honchos of Glock and got it done.
Yeah.
Like that, games just don't get that, and it's really hard to get that. Even we were shocked that we got Terran Tactical. Like that was huge for us.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
SOG, like. People are like, hey, what's it benefit you all? Like, well, it benefits everybody. But like a game and VR finally having name brand products that are officially recognized and true licensing agreements.
That's what VR is.
Yeah,
eventually, what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk into a freaking Amazon store in VR and actually get to see the product in your hand and see if you like it, and then you're gonna buy it.
Yeah,
that's how the
100%.
future's gonna get. What's gonna stop you all from, this is not what I'm saying, like what you're doing. I'm just saying hypothetically. What's saying that eventually you don't have a gun in your hand, like I want to purchase that, and then takes you to a website to buy the gun.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing stopping anybody.
Yeah.
And we definitely plan, like from microtransaction standpoint. I've been pretty upfront. We completely plan on that. So DLC content, that kind of stuff, like that'll be coming. But I think it is the future of VR. Guns will always be taboo, but there'll be somebody that does it with crypto or some way to get around the banking and financial system and. But it's coming. VR has definitely got a long way to go. But we're getting there, and I think as long as the creators can remain faithful and not flip flop back and forth just because something bad comes out, like you said, and as long as the content guys and then the development studios can just stay in their fucking lanes, like I think they'll be good.
Okay, I want to ask a question because it's on my mind a little bit. What is it? So a lot of people, they pre-order, but they don't know what the money goes to. Since you're standing here, you're sitting right here, CEO. What does our pre-orders go to? Say
it goes to paying the employees.
Well, yeah, but like, what content does it deliver to exclusively? Like, if somebody pre-orders, they get the bundles. What all can they expect outside of the bundles?
So it's actually outside of the bundles,
like maps and stuff. Does it directly fund the maps?
It does. So it makes sure that we're going to release all the different content that we plan on releasing. And what this pre-order does is like we have plenty of funding to last for quite a while. This just extends our funding to make sure that we get all this DLC out there and out the door the way we want to do it.
Yeah.
It really just goes to pay the employees. I have cut my pay twice to bring on new people to keep within budget. So it's not going in my pocket. And it's really going in these guys' pockets, and
because a lot of people
hire new people.
Yeah, a lot of people think that DLC goes just straight to the CEO.
No, we're
90% of the time.
You see this guy?
Yeah.
You see him?
Who?
This guy's freaking
him?
legit.
Oh, this
Yeah,
guy,
like
yeah.
he's freaking legit. He's not gonna take it all.
It's not how we're literally. We're a Florida corporation.
I hope I will be getting the founding fathers.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate, and that's the thing too. People like speculating and being like, "Oh my God, they've made this much money." Like, why does it fucking matter how much money we've made? Like, thanks for supporting us.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
Thank you.
what's like.
I love you guys.
When
yeah,
people talk about like
speaking
battle
on
passes
this,
and buying skins and stuff, and people are like, "Why do you always buy the new skins and everything?" Look, I may never wear your stupid skin. It's because I appreciate you guys for what you do, and I'll buy your skin because you deserve the money. Because the one-time purchase I'm getting, that sucks that now you have to be pretty much underneath my bandwagon of what I want, my expectations, and I'm not giving you any freaking money. And so it's like, I have no problem if I have it, and I really appreciate the game. You're getting my game. You're getting my money. Like, There might be a mobile game I might play for like a week.
I've done it,
but
man.
if I freaking love it and they have like a $10 pack, here's my $10, man. Thanks for making my week enjoyable.
Honestly, I wasn't
in PUBG. Like, it's dumb. Like,
yeah, I honestly wasn't going to, I was going to purchase the normal game, but here and after, like everything you talked about your company, God, man, take my money.
Dude. I appreciate that.
Take it.
And we want people to feel and have that safety. Like, the reason I opened up pre-orders so early, and I stated it on the Discord, was because I was getting fucking asked every day,
when are you gonna pre-order?
When can we pre-order? When can we pre-order? And it's like, yo, like, let's just let them pre-order. And that's why we did it.
And there's nothing wrong.
Because I didn't really want to do it until like January, February.
Yeah.
But I just got tired of being asked every day. Every AMA I got asked, tickets got open, DMs, general chat. Like, he was just like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
What's your name in Discord?
Scott-CWS.
Okay.
Yeah, 0420.
Yeah,
Or
I've
in
seen you
VREL, it's Damage X.
Oh, yeah, on VRL it's Damage X, yeah.
Good.
But yeah, that's the only reason we opened up pre-orders. Like, I didn't
because you're tired of being pestered.
tired of answering the question. Like,
Everybody loves you, man. What can they say? This game is really
I am
supported.
so appreciative. Like, you have no idea. When it was me and Ronaldo and Infish and a guy from Pavlov who's no longer with us, who actually, introduced me to Ray, our lead dev, tech, the general. Like, when it was just us four, like, it was just gonna be Ray as the lead dev. That was it. He's gonna be the only dev we had. That's what we were gonna do.
And now
we have,
look
like,
at you
13
guys.
devs.
Yeah.
So, like, to see like our team grow and the community just like get behind us, like, it's been amazing. And to have some of these content creators like literally just DM like, hey man, I normally charge for this, but I gotta play your fucking game. Like, just let me do. I'm like, are you like, whoa, like, dude, I got marketing budget. And he's like, let's, like, people are like, let's just play. So we just give people keys, like, sign an NDA just in case.
Yeah.
Here's some keys. And then see people like Controlled Pairs, who he's current military, he's an officer. Ooh.
You can't do that to me while he's talking.
So he, to have him do a video, like, I followed him for a long time. We're talking to Savage Actual. They're doing a video. Followed them for a long time. Like, to see these guys do that, like, that to me, just like, thank you. Like, really, Superior West, like, everybody knows VR Central Superior West, like, the dude's huge. He's been hot and heavy on the game. Like, there's a lot of great content creators, and we didn't specifically work with a lot of, or even approach the large content creators to start. And we brought on people like your boy Danny,
Danny, yep.
and Yorix, whose channel's blown up.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys that had like 0 to 50 followers on YouTube subs, and we let them cover everything.
Yeah.
For months. And then we said, okay, let's grow these fucking guys. Let them use our content, TikTok, wherever they want to use it. Let's boost up the small guys, and then we'll bring in the guys. They don't need any boosting. They've got it down. They're on the algorithms already.
And you know what's funny? What's disgusting part about that? There's some people, because you did that, you took their spotlight away from, they're not going to be the first. They're not going to do it.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, that's what you're going to weave out. Like, I know.
Who cares?
I'm not gonna name
We want to help
people.
the small people.
They
That's
know
you.
who I don't like, so.
Yeah, who cares? Like, I don't care. You don't want to work. You don't want to play our game. Like, oh well, don't play our game. Like, there's a ton of other great VR content out there for you to cover or shit on, whichever you want to do. Love it, hate it. I don't care what you do. Write an article about me and how I'm an asshole. I don't care what you do.
You already know what your game's gonna be.
Right.
I don't care what you think about it. My game's awesome.
Right.
It's that moment of like, hey, I don't care what you think.
Right. No, I don't.
I
But
appreciate it if you like my
everybody.
game. Yeah, I appreciate you if you like my game. But
Yeah.
like, I like my game for what it is. If you
I'm very much of the American values, man, that we're all allowed to have our own opinions and everything, and that's what makes this great place the
Pursuit of
greatest country in the
happiness.
world.
Mhm.
And I hate the game, love the game. Thanks for playing it. Thanks for checking it out. If you want to be a part of the community and you're supporting us and you're there and you're giving us advice and you're giving us feedback, like, thank you so much. Like, there's only so much we can do. And for people that are testing and bug finding and all this stuff and dropping in suggestions every day and just engaging the staff and like caring, like, fucking thanks. Like, you don't really understand what that means to us, where we're at 9 months ago to where we are now as a studio, like, and what we've been able to do and accomplish. So, like, thank you for the support. Like, and I can come all pretty blunt in chat sometimes, just because I'm fucking busy, guys. Like, stop DMing me.
Yeah.
Like, but like, I appreciate
pre-orders.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody within our community and all the new people that are getting coming over, and all the influx of people from social media and Twitter, and these guys like Control Pairs and people like that, and Yorick and all them. Like, they're so fucking cool, man. And I just don't know what we did to deserve it, but we appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, because you're all cool dudes over there, and the one thing that stinks about that you're also getting all that influx of people coming into your chat and stuff is that a lot of people in the VR community, I just don't know if they've never played console or PC games before and understand, like, you don't, sometimes you don't hear about it. You hear about a game at some event like 4 or 5 years before the release even happens.
Yeah, like
you're
E3,
just sitting there just waiting, like E3, and it's like, a lot of VR games, you guys are pumping these games out in a year, when sometimes a game like what you're making for a console, like Tarkov, probably took 4 or 5 years.
Longer.
Yeah, but the thing
taking
is
almost
that
7,
really people in VR, I hope that eventually that they stop doing this, is really shitting on games for bad launches. I get it. Like, it's not a good look because it's such a small community, but there's not a freaking console game, a PlayStation game that I have not played that is,
I think
open
that
world
depends.
that doesn't have a freaking issue somewhere that you can't get on the server or some shit like that.
I think the biggest problem where you see flat screen versus VR is a lot of these devs are all junior devs. Like, they're not 12 years of experience working in every type of industry in the Unreal development world, right? Like, they're all newer devs and they're learning. And you got to be patient with these guys, because some of them, like some of our junior devs, like Bash and Patty, and I mean, I could name all of them pretty much, but like when I watch them do things, and Ray does too, our lead dev hears them talking the stuff that they've accomplished, like our gun wall that Bash did, like, like, you're a junior dev, you graduated school a year ago and you can already do these kind of things. Like, did you be a lead dev in 2 years? You'll be running your own team in this company.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to give these guys patience.
I really like the gun wall. Like, it'll show you where you can place it, and it freaking puts it there. I played it.
It's dope, man.
Yeah.
Never knew you needed it, and now I can't live without it. Right? It's one of those things. Like,
it's the small things that you don't think about that
first
you love.
Interaction, right?
Yeah.
We want to keep out the 2D flat fucking VR style goddamn menu system and UI elements.
Yes, please.
Don't want that.
Yeah,
I want you to fucking, when you go to a raid, I want you to walk up to a table, put a flag or a pin in the map you want to go to, and then you walk out a door. It goes to a black light, and then you open your eyes and you're in the map. I don't want any menus you click like you got now. Like, that's the stuff we're talking about. Like, the menu system that you all are using now is temporary. Travel, that's not happening. When you go into the store, you're putting on a headset to go into a virtual marketplace. Like, we have a headset you're putting on. You're going in VR and fucking VR. Like, I know other people out there people have done it, but like, we're doing it. Yeah, it's Inception. There's just a lot of cool stuff we want to do, and some of it's going to have to wait till after March, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
And we we try to say that we're a very inclusive place. Trying to think, we're a very welcoming place to all people. So, and you'll catch some shit. Yeah, inclusive. Yeah,
and people don't need
shit from people though.
Yeah, and people that aren't in Discord and stuff, don't be listening to these naysayers that they're out there that.
Make your own thoughts.
Yeah, make your own thoughts. Play the damn game. Don't be going off someone's opinion. Like, there was something that I was trying to get a new team to come into Havoc the other day, and he's like, so I was told that you and Vortex, the team Vortex, teamed up, which that's never freaking happened.
No.
And they're just like, then you owed them money, and I'm just like,
what crack are you on?
I don't even talk to any of them.
Drama.
I'm just like, no. I will give you every screenshot that I know exactly who you're talking about, because he's the one that bought the game, went in with Vortex, and he's the one that screwed him over, not me.
Yeah.
I go,
drama, man.
I go, get
the world lives off of it.
Get that Havoc name out of your mouth, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world lives off of it.
Honestly, I'm so glad for your guys' company right now. Like,
Thanks,
you're
man.
in a very good position, and your game is amazing as of right now. There's bugs. Who cares about bugs?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Every game has bugs nowadays, but you guys are delivering a polished product when it's released, and I'm a tester. Like, I'm supposed to be finding these bugs. Like,
Yeah.
You guys had a bug where mags were falling through the ground. You guys fixed it the next day, 2 days later.
So
Oh my
we
God.
moved every Wednesday. Not every Wednesday. So Wednesday of this week, we're releasing a big hot fix. It'll fix a lot of shit.
Fuck yeah.
And then we'll be probably released. We'll probably get back on the schedule, releasing like every 2 weeks again for hot fixes. Just so we're not just chasing bugs all day.
I will be playing
it'll be
Wednesday,
good.
then.
It's gonna be fun. And then Quest 2, I think Monday we're gonna go live with multiplayer as long as Wednesday goes well of this week.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Big updates.
I
Yeah,
like
big
big
updates, yeah.
Is there anything else that you kind of want to wrap up with this podcast?
Did I?
Is there anything
cover
that we
this?
missed that you kind of really want the masses to know about?
No, I don't think I have anything else. We added a bear to the game.
A bear?
Is there gonna be a bear? Yeah.
A
Is he just
bear?
gonna come out and murk you? Will he track you
Our
down?
modeler is Russian. He's extremely happy. I don't know why.
Can we put guns on the bear? Because
No, you can't. Like this will be. Just watch out for the
put the
bear in the
laser
wooded
on
bear
him.
maps.
can the
Watch out.
bear bear arms?
You know, we talked about seeing if we could get him to hold like dual Segas. You know, like like 2 Kalashnikovs.
Just
Yes.
walk
Maybe
around
we
just
put-
mowing people down.
We have a. Our Russian modeler doesn't know yet, but he's gonna be really happy that there's a bear in the game now. So
If
he'll
you
be
do get a
pretty good.
bear and we kill that bear, I want to be able to skin it and have a bear helmet.
A
Thought
bear
about it.
rug?
A
Or
bear
a bear
helmet.
helmet? Yes.
Bear
bear
helmet.
rug, yeah, in your hideout, yeah, pretty cool.
Or the rug
Thanks
in
for
the
the idea.
hideout. That'd be awesome too.
Yes,
yeah.
bear rug for your hideout. Put on the ceiling, put on the
Let me
Yeah.
floor.
write that down in the to the devs right
Ooh,
now.
ooh.
Boom, click.
I had a
open.
good idea. It should be named via me. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want to start talking about the skinning. You back off that naming.
All right,
stuff.
I just type bear rug if you kill the bear in their hideout.
That'd be
That'd be
really
cool.
cool. You just take your bear rug back from your stuff. You get to
Yeah.
lay it out on the floor.
That'd be cool.
So
Yeah.
be looking for the game, everybody. There's you can pre-order it right now, and I might as well just say the pre-orders what they are, and like for everyone that even wants to complain about pre-orders, I pre-ordered Fallout 76 a year
Ugh.
before it came
Oh.
out, and
Mm.
didn't even play the game because I played the beta and it was stupid.
Yeah.
I have it up right
$100
now.
for that.
So the pre-ordered, the standard is $19.99. The pre-order care package bundle is $24.99. The pre-order join or die bundle is $29.99. The nuclear night bundle, $34.99, and the most expensive one, which is not even that expensive,
No.
the Founding Fathers bundle, $49.99.
No,
honestly.
not bad deals at all. Like,
And that
dude,
one's
Raven,
only
these are $60 bucks.
around. That one's around 30 days after release, and then Founding Fathers goes away for good.
Okay,
So
sounds good.
that gives you all the DLC basically. We're playing maps, guns.
Do people get like a Discord name or like a swag?
Yeah, you should do that.
There'll be swag. Yeah, they actually have a Founding Fathers patch on their uniform.
Cool.
So and then I think there'll be when the system is linked with the back end to our Discord, you'll also be classified as a Founding Father in Discord.
So right now everybody has to go through the website
yeah.
for pre-orders.
Yeah, they go to
Right,
go
yeah,
to
and we left that.
Tabor.com to go
That's why
shop.
we left that 30-day window afterwards because I already know like pre-orders have been amazing, like way more than we ever expected.
I'm just saying I pre-ordered it right now.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
I-
thank you, thank
did.
you so
I'm doing
much.
it.
They but we know people want that security of that 2-hour play window, right? With and this is going to be a different game. It's not going to be for everybody.
No, yeah,
It's
I can see
good.
that.
There's going to be a good tutorial to get you through it.
Mm-hmm.
You have some offline raids you can do to make sure that you get the feel of the game. But like, I know people want that 2-hour security window, so that's why we went ahead and left the Founding Fathers up
Oh,
for
Yeah.
2 hours
PayPal
after
too?
for 30
Oh.
days after. So
That's cool.
yeah, and I don't blame them at all because there's been several VR games that I played. I'm like, oh, that were promised to be huge, and then I bought
Yeah.
it. I'm like, fuck this game.
Mhm.
So I just refunded it. And
Yeah.
I think that's a cool feature. That wasn't something when I was growing up, and that would have saved me a lot of money. Growing up.
Oh, I
playing
know.
Games on flat screen even.
Like with flat screen. If you pre-order a game, as soon as that's downloaded on your console, there's
Yeah, it's
nothing you can
gone.
do to get it back. And like that's one thing I love about Quest is that if I don't like a game, I can instantly.
It's
like,
pre-ordered, brother. Yeah, here you go.
Dude, fucking metal. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
I'll be doing it once I'm done here. I'm looking at all my stuff here. I can't be pulling out my cards and everything. So, but yeah, it will be looking forward to that. Like I told you, once this game goes live, like it will be one of the main games that I play.
Dude, I'm excited. I think for 2023, Like, of course, us.
The entire game market, hopefully, is gonna go back up.
I hope so. Like,
it's in a rut.
VR is so stale right now, and I'm really hoping like us and then Breachers and Geronimo can really pull it out of the rut that it's in. I think those are the 3 games you watch out for, because I'm going to play both of those. I'll probably play those 2 games more than I play our game. And that's just because it's been so much time developing it. Like, you needed a break, you know, from everything you build. But like, I think those 2 games with Ghost of War are going to bring 3 very unique titles, and not the same 5v5 TDM capture the flag.
I'm gonna hopefully get in Ghost of War
Control
pro market, like the league stuff. I want to be part of it.
That'd be cool. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a really good time. So that'll probably be released. We've talked about it. I've spent a lot of time with VREL and meetings about it, but that'll probably be like October of next year before it drops.
Still, I am gonna have a team hopefully, and I will be in there too.
It'll be with
my Founding Fathers patch. My Founding Fathers patch.
That's what's up. I love it.
So, so is there proximity chat before we leave?
There is.
Okay.
Oh, God,
and there's even actually, like, right now, I love it. I made them leave it in, and you can ask Danny and some other guys. And I think there's some videos, but you can watch it. They've actually got it. We've got it set up now to where you get like 3 seconds of audio after you die that the other people can hear.
Some
like
Call of Duty toxic stuff.
Some Call of Duty. I love it, dude. So I was watching Yorick's video the other day, and he killed somebody, and the guy goes, and I was just cracking up at my desk.
That's hilarious.
Like, so I think that's probably the funniest thing of the proximity chat is that, like, it's pretty dope.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to like join in with people and like just be really secretly with them, just like mowing down people. So yeah,
I like spending time with Brax, and unfortunately he got killed, and then he respawned, and then he's like, hey, Kuss, I'm back, and I actually shot him because I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, Brax has already got like 50 or 60 hours in the game. Like, I'm like, wow. How are you playing this so much? Like, the dude's always on. I love him to death. Like, he's always on. He's always happy.
I would have more hours, but you know, the shit.
Yeah, you gotta put on this fucking uniform every day, right? That's so.
I'm actually a civ. I'm not actually military.
Are you? Okay.
I'm reserved, so I.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I mean, that's cool too, man.
Oh, I deployed once. I mean, that's so far.
At least you made it back.
I'll be reclassing. I'll be reclassing here soon.
What are you going to?
Something closer. I mean, I work and drive an hour away. I'm tired of it.
Oh, okay. Tired of being the most hated MOS in the military?
You're right. And honestly, it's the most toxic leadership I've ever had.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully when I go to a different MOS, it's going to be a little different. Boy, yeah. I'm holding my breath there. I'm making it the full 25 though. I want, like, this is like when I was a kid, I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to be, you know, furthered. And, you know, here I am.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Got it.
Yeah, that's
next contract will be in December of next year. That's when I signed my next contract, November.
So, yeah. So, best of luck on the game. We'll definitely have you on again. You know, you're always a family friend to VR Jungle podcast here. So,
appreciate that.
We need to have a gaming night in Tabor.
Yeah.
You hit me up. I'll do it.
There's a whole bunch of plans that I eventually want to do with this. I might get back into doing like my one-on-one reviews where I actually get people on the chat during a podcast.
Yeah.
And I miss doing those, but man, they're so time consuming. And if I get back in the competitive stuff where I want to compete in games, I just can't do it because I have to be in the game like 8 hours. Like almost within the 2-day span, just to keep on like learning. So it's a pain in the ass. But
make sure you're at the launch party, man.
Is it virtual?
No, it's there.
Where's
the Full Sail University in Orlando? The whole esports arena we've rented out, catered, drinks, food.
I'll try to make it.
You've got controlled pairs will be there. We'll have Pig and Nutmeg from VRL live casting the entire thing on YouTube. Alex Zedra, the Call of Duty streamers coming out. Jake the Viking, Terran Tactical from the John Wick movies will be there. Darby Allen from All Elite Wrestling will be there. Dustin Rhodes from All Elite Wrestling will be there. Somebody else is coming. And I'm gonna feel like a dick because I'm gonna forget their name.
There's so many.
Half. I think like half of the content creators have been approved already to come out. They just haven't been notified yet from our Discord. Like, so it's gonna be huge. Like it's gonna be great.
We should get a Havoc table out there just set up. We'll do our in-person podcast.
You let me know. You've already applied. I think, Garrett. So like,
I think so.
I'll get you the link, and you can, if you want to come out and grab a flight out to Orlando, like we got a block of hotels, we get you set up, and it is a cocktail suit party, invite only. So
I've been trying to
cool.
get my wife, trying to convince her to go on a vacation. They go,
Orlando, man.
Yeah,
Boom.
no, I'm trying to get her, but she hates
Flights
flights.
are cheap, man, to Orlando
Could make me
all the
drive.
time.
Yeah,
But
flights are
other
real
than
cheap.
that, everyone, the links are in the description. Definitely go check them out. Pre-order the game. Watch.
We have to talk about our sponsors.
I'll
by the
have
way.
to. I'm. Don't even get me
Talk
started.
about
with
your
that.
sponsors, Olin VR.
Don't even get me started. I need to get better on that.
I don't
That's
know who
my
else.
biggest goal next year. So I have Olin VR, which is our gun stock person for this. In my opinion, in the greatest gun
VR
stocks.
cover.
You can't have him. And then we got Ruck Up.
Rock up, yes.
And then so I get my pro headset from him. Probably he has his own patent headset that I think he purchased that he sells. It's a nice headset. I really enjoy it. It really up my game. Then W is our energy company that
W Energy.
W.
All link in the description for the discounts there. Like with Olin, if you use our discount, you also get a Havoc charm that goes on your gun as well. So it's pretty
Dope.
cool. But
What about VR cover?
oh yeah, dude, I don't even have them on my thing. I think I just what are they?
Nah, they're on your description.
Oh man,
I'm reading this from your description. VR Sports Association.
I told you my biggest thing next year, I'm worrying about it next year, is that I need to find a way, like the beginning is to one, tell people to follow this freaking podcast. And then
You know what you do?
talk
You don't
about-
have to do that. You just fucking, for your sponsors, you get somebody make you a WebM image. It's in PNG form. It's transparent. It's got all your logos to do a little cool animation and like turn, reveal another
See, I have
logo, and then
a
then they're there.
crap-
all
Just yeah,
clean, man.
include it.
Once I get my
Include
new
it in the
PC, it will.
beginning.
Once I
Include
get-
it in the
I
beginning.
need my new PC first, guys. Hold on.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. My PC exploded last week. I understand. I know the pain.
So, anyways, check out Ghost of Tabor. I'm gonna say it right now, most anticipated game of 2023.
I just pre-ordered it. If that
And-
doesn't say something about it.
And they like to have these VR awards that like no one knows about, and they only pick select few people. I'm gonna make sure that I will reach out and be like, Ghost of Tabor is going down. As
Yo, so
best
we're
VR
talking
game of
to
2023.
Vertigo Games, VR publisher, which is everybody knows Vertigo, and we're also talking to
yeah.
Beyond Frames, the VR publisher. And we get two of those powerhouses behind us, which I think one of them is definitely going to sign on if both don't offer us publishing VR awards. I think VR Game of the Year is achievable for
I got
2023.
goosebumps for you.
Thank you. Yeah. But I think Breachers is going to be a
Dude.
tough go against, man.
Dude, I
Mm.
know.
love
You
that
guys,
fucking
you guys
game,
got in the
dude.
bag right now. I'm telling
Like,
you.
Yeah.
everyone will have their niche for which game they like the most. You know, not
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
like Breachers. I told TBG that he wants all of our contract players to go play Breachers. I go, I'm sorry, but I know a lot of our high competitive contractor players is not gonna like Breachers. And he goes, why?
Yeah.
I go, because you're sitting there sometimes for 5 minutes in a corner,
Yeah.
waiting to murk somebody.
Yeah. It'd be a good VR awards next year for Game of the Year. I'm pretty pumped. I really hope that we get at least nominated.
And then
so.
us for the best podcast. You know.
Exactly. Best VR podcast is fucking by far VR Jungle.
Yeah, there we
So,
go.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Let's do it.
I'm pinning that. It's going on
Pin it.
TikTok.
Pin it.
It's going on TikTok.
I'll tweet it out in a minute. Give me a
All
second.
Oh, yes.
All right, so let's go ahead and end this up because I know you're a busy guy.
Busy man,
I gotta
yeah.
wake up at 5 in the freaking morning. So let everybody see ghostofboard.com. That's all I care about. You can go watch. Hey, if you like more of what you like, what Scott does, go in the link in the description, and we have him for the very first Ghost of Tabor talking about the first excitement he had with Ghost of Tabor, and talks about VREL if you're interested in competing in any competitive league. VREL is the place to go. So.
Yes, sir.
So wave at the camera.
Later, brother.
Hey guys.